It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
The Coach's Show is brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric, serving our community by providing affordable, reliable, and safe electricity. Online at mte.com. Danny Brewer back with you. You know, when I leave here, I'm going to go buy me a lottery ticket because I'm feeling lucky as can be because I got Perry Lyons on the line right now. Coach Lyons, legend of Rutherford County, head of the girls basketball program there at Rockvale. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great, Danny. Where do you get this stuff from, man? Where do you get it?
Well, sometimes I lay awake at night thinking about it, Coach. You know, I mean, I try to be prepared, you know. I don't sleep much.
Oh, man. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the Lady Rockets there at Rockville. Man, y'all are pretty doggone good. What's your record right now?
I believe we're climbed up to 14-10 now.
14-10. But you've played an extremely tough schedule. Am I correct about that?
I was looking at that last night. We lost 2 games by 2 points, 1 game by 3. So if you would, you know, if we could have got those games, 17-7.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're basically about 3 baskets away from being 17-7, even though you're 14-10. But, you know, I guess the good thing about this sport is, you know, it's a tournament sport. So your regular season record matters to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, it's about being ready come tournament time.
Yeah, we talked to the girls about that, and we're getting hot at the right time. We're starting to peak at the right time. This is when you want to start, you know, getting hot. So earlier in the year, it didn't concern us as much with the record. We want to get hot now and stay hot.
So let's talk a little bit about last night's game, Coach. Tell me what happened last night.
Played a Riverdale. Coach Bugs, he's got them going the right direction. They hit you with a lot of different defenses. They run their sets really well. So we had to figure some things out, and we were able to pull it out, you know, comes toward the end. So.
Yeah, Coach, and I think you had a couple girls who had some pretty big nights there. If I'm looking, Isabella Wright had 11, Cadence Thomas had 17. Talk a little bit about those girls and what they did last night.
Yeah, Cadence Thomas was actually we was not sure if she was going to play or not. She rolled her ankle in practice, but she's a competitor. She's a warrior. She's tough. So she taped that ankle up. Took a couple of ibuprofen, and she said, "Coach, I'm ready." I was like, "Really?" So she went in, and she does her thing. She's just a dog. Isabella Wright, she got 11. She could do that every night, but Isabella is so unselfish that she'd rather give the other girls the ball. I told her, you know, I need you to score a little bit more, you know, make people honest. And she did that. She got 11 points. She can do that night in, night out if she wanted to.
Coach, that's a little bit of a different thing when you have to tell somebody to shoot more, because I mean, most of us, that's what everybody wants to do is shoot the basketball. But having to tell a girl you need to shoot more, that's a little bit different, isn't it?
Well, my philosophy, I don't know what other coaches think, but my philosophy is if you don't shoot, I'm pulling you out of the game. And if you don't play defense, you're coming out. So they know going in, they got to shoot the ball because you can't score if you don't shoot. Have confidence when you shoot it. But also, if you're not guarding and playing defense, you're not coming out. So the girls, I've taken girls out because why didn't you shoot that shot? Well, come over and sit down since you want to watch.
There you go. That's the Perry Lyons that I know is a hardliner, but a fair guy. I mean, you've always been fair, Coach, but you take a hardline stance on things, and that's why you have success. Now let's talk a little bit about the week that was. What happened earlier in the week with you folks?
We didn't play. We had Tuesday off. So we had a bye, and so what we did was we just tried to work on us, try to get better. One thing I do want our team to do is emphasize defense a little bit more. I feel like we're giving up, you know, some easy baskets that we shouldn't be giving up in our defensive rotation.
Well, and defense, I mean, that's what wins, right? At the end of the day, Coach.
At the end of the day, you got to stop them, you know, and you got to take pride. I feel like our girls play hard and they give great effort. Sometimes there might be a step or two late on the rotation, but it's not because they don't want to. It's just it hadn't, you know, clicked in their mind. And the way we see things as adults, we see it a little bit faster. So once we can learn to to just trust it and go with it and rotate, I think we'll be pretty tough in the tournament.
Developing students of the game. I mean, that's what you're trying to do is learning and understanding the game better. How is that working for you, Coach, as far as developing those girls to understand more about the game?
Well, what we try to do more this year than we did in the past is we do film sessions, and we do a lot of film sessions. And because when I'm getting on to them, a lot of times, Danny, they're like, he's just screaming at me for no reason. And then we go back and watch the film, and they say, oh, man, that looks bad. So when you see it yourself, the film doesn't lie. And I told them last night, I think, during the game, I was like, hey, just sit down and watch a basketball game tomorrow on Saturday. Just watch whoever you want to watch, but just watch how they rotate, watch how they communicate, watch the bench. The bench is just as important as the players. You got to be excited about the team,
Absolutely, Coach. That's one of the things that plays into the developing students of the game is understanding how it's supposed to work. And then, I think you're absolutely right with the film stuff because, you can sit there and tell somebody, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, whatever. Look how they're doing this, whatever. But when you see yourself doing it, then sometimes the light bulb can come on.
Yeah, I mean, I've had several of them come to me, Coach, I didn't know I was doing that. I see what you're talking about now. Once, same as when we were young, like your mom or dad tell you, you did this, did that. No, I didn't do that. And then they show you like, oh, man. So it corrects it pretty quick. And two things are corrected, letting them see it or just come have a seat beside Coach.
There you go. That's right. Right, and they ain't getting no popcorn over there either, are they, Coach?
No, sir.
Yeah. All right. So when we talk about the advantages of course, I'm a lot older than you are, but we didn't have the advantage of lots of film and all the technology. Utilizing the technology as a coach, do you think that helps you be a better coach as far as teaching the game?
Honestly, I don't, because I overthink it. What I mean by that is I could watch it and just start thinking a little bit too much. I coached AAU back in the day when my son played, and you play at 1 o'clock, then you got a 4 o'clock game against the New York Gauchos. Well, you don't have no film. You got to coach. You got to adjust during the game. And so I think I'm better at, kind of adjusting on what I see, if that makes sense to you. Because sometimes you can overdo things. You know what I mean? Like overthink it.
Oh, I 100% agree with you on that. That's why whenever I go to pick the ponies this afternoon, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of studying. I'm just going to look at it, and here's what we're going to roll with. Because you're right. I think you can outthink yourself, and sometimes technology can be a hindrance because you're right. Old school, ain't nothing wrong with old school, right, Coach?
No. Like I said, you can adjust. When you coach, it's about adjustments, and then top of that, you got to have the players that can adjust. So if you got some kids that can make that quick adjustment, you're going to be fine. It all comes down to what you got on the floor, your product, man. Can they make a quick assessment? Can they react to it? So it comes down to our players. I want to give a shout-out to our girls. They bought into the game plan for Riverdale. I thought they executed things, fairly well. So, yeah.
Well, very good, Coach, because, you can't always pull out your laptop when you're there on the sidelines because basketball is such a fast-moving game. You can't bust out your laptop right in the middle of the game and do a mathematical formula as far as what kind of defense you need to run next. You just got to make the call.
Yeah, and there's one thing as a coach, like you said, you got to have Jimmys and Joes, right? And sometimes you got to make a play when everybody's got film on everybody. So, going into it, they know what you like to do or what you're trying to do. So sometimes I tell the kid, you just got to go make a play. Just make a basketball play, and then we'll live with the results, right?
Jimmys and Joes, I love it. What do you got coming up this week, Coach? Tell me what you got coming up.
Woo-ee. We have to go to Blackman on Tuesday. Jennifer Grandstaff, 700 wins at their place, number 5 in the state. I could go on and on and on. That pray for me on that one. And then on Friday we got freaking Oakland. That's always a tough game, physical game. They play super hard, super athletic, super talented. So we got a tough week coming up.
The Blackman game, good for you guys that it's coming right now because you got district the next week and then the region tournament. So good maybe to be playing Blackman right now. You think?
I think so, and I've already told our girls, it's not about if we win or lose. Let's see where we are. Let's see what we need to get better at. because, like I said, they're a really good team, man. So let's just see how we match up, what we need to work on, what we need to improve on. That's all it is. It's not a district game. The important game is going to be Friday in the district. We have to take our district games serious right now.
Right, because you guys, you're going to win the district. Am I correct about that? I mean, regardless of what the Oakland outcome is, you're going to win the district?
That is incorrect.
Oh, it's incorrect.
If we do not win, it's going to be 5-1, 5-1, both teams.
Okay, so it is a huge game then. That's basically for the district championship.
That's my point. So Tuesday's cool, but I'm not putting all our eggs on Tuesday. We have to worry about our district.
Well, because at the end of the day, that's what you want to be, is you want to be district champions.
Yes, sir.
Coach, I certainly appreciate your time. We know that you're doing some really, really good things. Now, is Oakland at Rockvale or is it at Oakland?
Yes, sir. It's at our place.
Oh, a great home game for the district title. It all comes down to this, and that's what you want, right, Coach?
Yeah, that's what you live for, man. Win or lose, you live to compete and see another day. So, like I said, this is a tough week for Rockvale. We'll work hard, see what we can do, try to compete. It starts on Tuesday night. I want to see how we compete with the number 5 team in the state. Hey, she's a legend, man. I respect Coach Grandstaff. I remember working over there with her and my brother Pierre, so I have respect for her. But I don't sleep on Scott Thomas. That joker is the ultimate competitor, so they'll be ready.
He is an ultimate competitor, but so are you, Coach. Wish you the best of luck. Perry Lyons, Rockvale Lady Rockets.
All right.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, who will work with you to develop a complete tailored strategy to help you achieve your financial goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin.